All right, this is pre-algebra lesson 10.3, the area of circles. You've been doing this since 5th grade. So I'm going to just remind you the formula for the area of circles. The area of a circle is pi r squared. Everybody say pi r squared. Again, pi r squared. Say it again with me. Pi r squared. Again, pi r squared. Pi r squared.
Pi r squared.
What is pi? 3.14, right? Okay. Now that you could also have it be 7 over 22, but whatever. We won't worry about that. Pi is 3.14. What does r mean? The radius. What's the radius of a circle? Half the diameter, sure. What else? What's another way of saying the radius? What actually is the radius? What's the radius? If I was to have you draw, how would you draw the radius? In this center. So you'd find the center of the circle, and where does it go? Draw a line segment to any part of the circle, right there, or there, or there, right? From the center to the circle is the radius, right? From the center to the edge is the radius. Right, Brad? So, it's that simple. If I gave you this circle here, let's do an easy one. I'm not even going to show you how to do it. Here we go. I'm going to give you that, and I'm going to call this 4 centimeters. I want you to tell me the area. Go ahead. I'll let you work on it. Okay, you should be done. Here's the deal. What is the formula for the area of a circle?
Pi r squared.
I'm sorry. What's the formula for the area of a circle? I'm sorry. What's the formula for the area of a circle?
Pi r squared.
Everybody together. What's the formula for the area of a circle?
Pi r squared.
I didn't quite hear you there, Sheena. What's the area of a circle? Pi r squared, right? Not pi squared. Pi r squared. So plug it in. What is pi? Times what is the radius?
4
Centimeters. Squared. What do I do first? Do I do 3.14 times 4 first? Do I go 3.14 times 4? Is that the first thing I do? Gigi, is that the first thing I do? What's the rule? Parentheses first, okay? Is there anything inside the parentheses that I can do here? Is there anything to be done inside those parentheses? Okay, is there anything to be done here when it's just 4 centimeters? No. So there's nothing to do inside the parentheses. What's the next thing we do? What's the next thing we do, Gigi? Exponents, right? Do you see any exponents here? I do. So I have to do the exponent. What is 4 squared, Gigi? So then instead of 4 squared, I put area equals 3.14 times 16 centimeters. Use your calculator. What's 16 times 3.14? What is it? I'm sorry, what? What was it? I still can't hear you.
50.24.
How many of you got 50.24 squared centimeters? Only Lauren? Only Jade? Why?
I forgot to square it.
What's the formula for the area of a circle?
Pi r squared.
What's the formula for an area of a circle? What's the formula for the area of a circle? Let's try another one. Give me the area, please. Here we go. What's the formula for finding the area of a circle there, Brad? What's the formula for finding the area of a circle, Brad?
Pi r squared.
What's pi? Whenever you plug something in, you put it in.
Parentheses.
What's the radius?
2.4.
What's the first thing that I do? GG. What is 2.4 times 2.4? What did you put down? Didn't you write it down? Write it down. Every time you should do this. You should not just do it in your calculator. What is 2.4 times 2.4? What is 3.14 times 5.76? What was it? Is that all you put? Feet squared. Without that, it's wrong. We're talking about square feet. How many of you got 18.9? Was she right? What did you do wrong? What did you do wrong?
Mine said 18.0864.
I got 18.28.
Okay, hold on. Let's go through this. What did you do exactly? Everybody with your calculator, Have your calculator out. Is it ready? Do we agree that that is the formula?
Yeah.
Type in 2.4 times 2.4. What's it come out to?
5.76.
Awesome. So here's 5.76, right? We're going to multiply that by 3.14. So multiply whatever, 5.76 times 3.14.
Still got the same thing.
Wait, oh, then I only got
If you round.
There's no,
It's
what do you mean round? Where would you round?
the 8.
No, listen. What does the answer come out to? Exactly, bro. What does your calculator say when you type in 3.14?
18.0864.
So 18.0 what?
Oh, no,
18.0864. Okay, first of all, Gigi, you need to remember how to round. Okay? Look, if we're going to round to the nearest tenth, that means this 0 looks here to the 8, right? Right? If we're rounding to the 10th place, he looks to the right and goes, ooh, it's an 8. What does that become? The 0 becomes a 1. 18.1 squared feet. Does that make sense? 18.1 squared feet. Did you get 18.1? Right, so you have 18.0864? Fine. Today they say, sometimes they say to the nearest unit, sometimes they say nearest unit. Today all they want is the nearest unit. That means the nearest whole number. So then what would this be? 18 square feet, right? Let's try this one. I want the area of this. I want the area. All right, I threw a real wrench here. What's the formula for finding the area of a triangle of a circle? Area equals pi r squared. So you come down here and you plug it in. You realize that I'm a teacher, and you know how I would do this? I would write it down just like this, because I wouldn't want to just keep it all in my head, and I would write it down. Pi is 3.14 times the radius. What's the radius? Is it 12? Is the radius 12?
oh,
Really? 6 squared. First thing I do is you do the exponent. 6 squared, which is 36. Area equals 3.14 times 36. What is 3.14 times 36? 113 squared meters. If that's what they're asking you for is the whole unit, it would be 113. What did it come out to without rounding?
113.0.
I can't make you remember that that's not the radius, right? This is all you just being meticulous. You have to think, what's the radius, right? What's the radius mean again? Half the diameter. Okay. What if I gave you this right here? Can you tell me the size of this and the area of this entire object? The answer is absolutely. If you know that that thing right there is exactly half a circle. Okay. I have a question. Let's go down here really quick. if I have a circle here, and I told you that the area was 36 meters squared. I told you that. That's the area. Makes sense? And I took that same circle, and except I cut it in half. That same circle, and I cut it in half. What's the area of that half? Talking to Gigi here. What's the area of that? If this is 36 square meters, what would half of it be? $18, right? Awesome. So then let's talk about this. If I want to know, obviously, can you guys figure out the area of the quadrilateral there? How do you find the area of a quadrilateral? Base times height, or length times width, sure. How do you find the area of half a circle? How do you find the area of half a circle? Find the area of the whole circle and then cut it in half, right? I want to know the area of that object. Here we go. I'm only going to show you this one time because it's just, you should be able to do this, wrap your brain around this with no problem. This is a rectangle and a half circle. Agreed? Okay. The area of the rectangle is 8 times 8. This is 64 squared inches. Right? Okay. Did I tell you, I didn't tell you specifically what the diameter of that half circle is, but can you figure it out? Right. If this is 8, then that is 8, isn't it? So that would be the diameter. Am I looking for the diameter to find the area of a circle? No, I don't want the diameter. I want the radius. Pi r squared. What is pi again? 3.14 times the radius, 4 squared. 4 squared is 16 times 3.14. What's 16 times 3.14? We already did this. So you go, that's 50 point what? 50.24 squared. Now, oh, but wait a second. It's not that. Why not? It's half of that. It's a half circle. What's 50.24 divided by? It's 25.12, right? So then this is now 25.12 squared inches. And then what do I do to find the area of the whole thing? Add them up. 64 plus 25 is 89.12 squared inches. Now, if they ask for round to the nearest whole, then it would just be 89 squared inches. Does that make sense? If they ask you for the 10th, it would be 89.1. Did anybody get this?
I rounded down to 89.
Right. Yeah, that's what I believe they say round to the nearest unit every time here today for today's assignment. It wouldn't be wrong. What if they did this? What if they gave you a giant circle, okay, and told you that whatever, they gave you the radius, but they also gave you they made a donut, okay, the donut, okay, and they told you that in there right here, this is 2 centimeters, and this whole thing is 6 centimeters. Do you understand? There's a donut here, and they want to know what is the area of the actual donut. What is the area of the part that's out here? What is that area? What are you going to do? How do you figure this out? There's a hole missing. That middle part is missing. So what do you do? Very area of the
Missing part?
find the area of what? The entire big circle, and then do what?
And then you
Subtract the area of the part that's missing. It's not difficult, right? It's obvious. All right, I'm going to let you guys get started. Today is the 7th? Yeah. All right, I have this. We're going to change it just a little bit. It's going to be page 535, 1 through 10 even, and 12 through 16. Okay, there's your homework